All right. So imagine you enter an exam, a biology exam, only for you to check number 5, expecting to see a normal genetics question, but to your surprise and disappointment, you find such a question as this one. What exactly do you do? It's a lot of marks. All right. It's a lot of marks. A lot of marks. These marks are 11. No, they are 13 actually. 13. 13. If this were paper 1, we should be talking about 13 questions. Answering 13 questions. So what exactly do you do in such... I'm not saying this question is coming, all right? I am not saying this question is coming, but I'm trying to say, what if it came, all right? What if it came and you found yourself in such a situation? That's my question. So I'm going to find a similar question for you. I'll find a similar question for you. But as for this one, let's interpret it together. And I'm going to be very slow. All right? I will be very slow. But before we can proceed, we have to look at the key. All right, let's look at the key. It will help us. All right, let us look at the key. The key is saying when you see a circle which is shaded, it represents a female. I'm just paraphrasing because when you are answering questions, you have to be very careful. Okay, you have to be paraphrasing. All right, there is a need for you to be paraphrasing. The first is saying when you see a circle and this circle is shaded, it represents a female person. This person has got a brown eye. I'm just paraphrasing. They're saying brown-eyed female, which means you see a circle, you are seeing a female who has got a brown eye. Brown eye. All right. The second one, they're saying once you see a rectangle and this rectangle is shaded. By the way, this evening I want to introduce blood groups. All right, I'm very much serious. Blood groups. You see a rectangle and this rectangle is shaded, okay, what you're seeing a male, and this male is having a brown eye. A brown eye. But when you see a circle, I'm just trying to interpret the key. When you see a circle and this circle has got no shades, it's not shaded. This circle is not shaded. It's blank. It's a circle, but it's blank. Then you're looking at a female, and this female has got blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes. Okay. When you see a rectangle which is blank, you're seeing a male, but this male has got blue eyes, blue eyes. What I'm trying to do with you this morning, I want to show you how to render difficult questions useless. I want to show you how to render questions that might look so challenging, so useless. And some of you will get the point. It's not every time that when you see a question, you should be intimidated. I know some of you, just by looking at these shapes, you look at this diagram, you'll be frightened. Don't do that. All right? Don't do that. Sometimes all you need is simply to take a short period of time to interpret, and you'll be safe to go. Sometimes all you need sometimes is simply to take a short period of time and interpret, and you'll be safe to go. So even before I can interpret the entire diagram, the entire figure, let's go to the questions, shall we? Question A1, they're saying, suggest which eye color is dominant in figure 5.1. Suggest which eye color is dominant. All right. Is it blue? Is it brown? We only have two colors here. Yes. The ones with unshaded circle and rectangle, that's blue. The ones with shaded circle and rectangle, that's brown. But the question is, which one is dominant? Which means which one is powerful? Is it brown? We have two colors here. Is it blue? All right. Is it blue? Is it brown? Which one is dominant? Which one is powerful? Which one is more powerful than the other? Well, the answer is brown. All right. The answer is brown. Now they're asking, is give reasons for your answer. I'll give one reason. They have given me 1 mark. Powerful genes, dominant genes have got a way of dominating. They have got a way of manifesting in their offspring. All right. They have got a way Get this, they have got a way of manifesting in their offspring, in their children. You are in a family, and let's say your father is black, your mother is white. You see among yourselves, you realize that the black color is expressed in most of you children. It's a sign that your father is dominant, more powerful than your mother in terms of genes. That's what it means. You're 6 of you. 2 of you are somehow white. All right? 2 of you are somehow white. But the 4 of you are black. It's a sign that the father is dominant. Because dominant genes, powerful genes, have got a way of affecting the phenotype, all right? The way children look, the outward appearance of children. This is why I gave this reason. I said because the number of people with brown colored eyes is bigger, the number is bigger than the people with blue colored eyes. How did I see that the number of people with brown eyes was bigger? How did I see that? I started counting shapes, rectangles and circles that were shaded. There were a lot. You can even check. There were a lot. Okay? Much lot to an extent that you can see only, right? Only 2 spaces are unshaded. Only 3 and 16. 3 and 16 are the only ones which are not shaded. Okay? Only, check very well, only 3 and 16 are unshaded. And unshaded, according to the key, means blue. And if you check very well again, 3 and 16 are rectangles. And when you check the key, you're going to realize that a rectangle which is unshaded is for males. Males with blue eyes. All right? Males with blue eyes. So the question is, have you seen a circle which is unshaded in the diagram there? No. Which means there are no females with blue eyes. Because if at all we were having a circle which was blank, which was unshaded, that would have been a female, right? With blue eyes, right? But in this case, check very well. Check very well. You're going to realize that we have no single circle which is unshaded. So no females in this genetic diagram. No females have got blue eyes. If you check, if you are willing to accept it. So in this first figure and second figure, I'll show you about figure and Shanshan. Okay? It's only 2 guys, 2 males, 2 men or 2 boys with blue eyes. This is why I told you to say, before you can get intimidated by a question, try to give it probably 3 to 4 minutes and see, check very well and see whether it is as difficult as you might have thought. Because sometimes the first look is deceitful. You're going to be deceived by your mind just by looking at the question once. Try to go deeper. Look at the information that you've been given. It's very important. So, have I explained the reason? Yes, because the number of people with brown eyes is bigger. Way bigger, actually. Way bigger. All right? Way bigger. Yes. In fact, we have about 17 people here. If I'm not mistaken, is it 17? No, we have more than 17. No, we have 17, 17. We have 17. And how many ships are unshaded? Only 2, 3 and 16. All right? 3 and 16. So the rest 15 are shaded. So the rest 15 people have got brown. Only 2 have got blue. You see what I'm saying, right? This is how we're going to render this question easy, right? So I think the reason is very much self-explanatory. B, what are the eye colors of the following persons? Person 1, person 11, person 16. What color of eyes, or what colors of eyes do these people have? Number 1, number 11, number 16. Ladies and gentlemen, is there any problem with regards to identifying the color of the eyes of person 1? Is there any problem there? Look at it very well. Person 1 is a rectangle, right? And it's shaded. It's shaded. And look at the key. When we have a rectangle that is shaded, it's a brown-eyed male. It's a male with brown eyes. So here they're not even asking you to state the sex, the gender. No. They're saying just tell us the color. Person 1, is there anything to be confused about here? Person 1 is definitely brown. Why? It's a shaded rectangle. I'm not going to say male. They are not asking for sex, gender. They are saying color. All right? So simply asking for color. 11, check very well 11. 11 is also shaded. It's a rectangle shaded. It is also brown. You simply say brown, like the way I've answered here. Brown. 16, it's a rectangle that is unshaded. And we've come to establish ourselves now. We are getting rooted into this question. We've come to realize that anything unshaded is blue, right? And they're not even asking for sex, so we won't have to worry about whether it's female, male. And of course, the answer to 16, person 16, it's blue. You see? This is how you should be walking over such questions. C1, which 3 persons in figure 1, 5.1 are homozygous? Homozygous. Now you promise that you're going to pay attention. All right? Promise to yourself that you're going to pay attention. They're simply asking which people here are homozygous for their color, which means which people here have got the same genes for color? Which people here have got, let's say, blue, or I'm using the word or, I'm not saying and, I'm using the word or brown. Which people here have got uniform genes, homozygous? The very first question that I would want to ask you, you pay attention. The very first question that I would want to ask you is, if brown is dominant, if brown is indeed dominant, like we have established, and blue is recessive, right? Which means weak, right? Do you think we would have a person here with blue color? I'll repeat. If brown is definitely dominant and blue is recessive, do you think we would have a blue color? Do you think we would have a blue-eyed person? I'm still asking. I know I haven't made myself clear, but wait. Do you think we would have a blue-eyed person if brown genes were everywhere? Yes, if brown genes were everywhere, do you think we would have? Do you think 3 and 16 were going to be blue? Because they are blue, we have established that they are blue. Do you think 3 and 16 were going to be blue if they contained brown inside? Arapanga sense question. Look at 3 and 16. They are blue, right? What has made them to be blue? Do you think they have got brown inside? No, they don't have. If at all they had some brown inside, they would have been brown, because brown is dominant. It would have taken the place. I'll repeat. Look at 3 and 16. Look at 3 and 16. They're blue, right? What makes them blue? What makes them blue is the fact that they do not have brown inside. Because if they had anything brown in them, they wouldn't have been blue, because brown is dominant. It would have dominated. Now you see my question is making sense, right? I'll repeat my question again. I'll repeat my question rather, okay? Look at 3 and 16. Take a look at 3 and 16. What do you see? You see blue-eyed people. They are blue. But my question is, if brown was going to be inside of 3 and 16, do you think they would have been do you think they would have been blue? No, they wouldn't have been blue. Brown would have taken the floor, because brown is dominant. So even one single drop of brown in 2, 3, and 16, it would have changed everything. These two people would have been brown just like every other person. All these others, these shaded that you see, all these shaded regions that you see, okay? It's not like they don't have blue inside. They've got blue. But the problem is that the blue they have has been dominated by brown. What is making, listen, what is making 3 and 16 blue is because there is no brown inside. It is just blue. Hence, 3 and 16 are homozygous. They've got blue. You get the point, right? They got blue. If I thought they had any brown inside, okay, they would have been brown. If I thought they had any brown inside, they would have been brown, because brown is dominant. And wherever it's going, it's dominating. Wherever it's going, it's dominating. You get the sense, right? It's what? Dominating. So in 3 and 16, it hasn't dominated because it's not there. All right? No, it's not. Okay, we don't see brown in 3 and 16 because it's not there, because brown is not there. Otherwise, it would have dominated. So 3 and 16, I've got no brown inside. I've got no brown gene inside. Instead, they're just blue. So they are homozygous. They are uniform. In short, recessive colors or recessive phenotypes or recessive genes, all right, they don't exist. The only time they exist is when their genes are homozygous, is when genes are uniform. Okay, like I'm from showing you, if you have a black father, a white mother, for the two children to be white and the dominant gene is black in this family, it's a sign that in these two children which are white, they are white because they don't have black inside. Otherwise, if I thought they had even a single black in them, it would have dominated. I think you've gotten my point. So 3 and 16 are definitely homozygous, which means they've got the two genes in them and both of them are blue. Okay, that's what is making them blue. If they had any brown inside, they wouldn't have been blue. The third person, the third person. How do I choose the third person? In short, how did I choose 4? Why is 4 homozygous to me? Huh? How is 4 homozygous to me? How is it homozygous to me? Why did I choose 4 to have genes of the same type? Why, according to me, 4 is having 2 uniform genes? I'll tell you why. Have you seen what's happening here? Maybe you don't see marriages, but I'm seeing marriages here. Have you realized that quite alright, 4 is a daughter, because Seko is female, right? Do you know that 4 is coming from 1 and 2, right? It's 1 over the offspring. If you haven't realized this, let me show you what's happening here. 1 and 2 got married. I don't know if they got married, but they had 4 children. Have you seen that they're having the children 4, number 4 child, number 5, number 6, number 7, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. These are children. These are children of people 1 and 2. If you haven't gotten the point here. All right. Person 1 and person 2 got married and they gave birth to 4 children. And if you can see the connections very well, they gave birth to 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means they gave birth to 2 daughters, which are brown, and 2 sons which are brown. 2 daughters are 4 and 7. 2 sons are 5 and 6. Now, why did I choose 4 as homozygous? Look at 4. Person 4, the daughter, right? He got married to person 3. Have you seen the connection there? He got married or they had sex. Okay? Among the 4 children 1 and 2 produced, person number 4 decided to have sex with person number 3. I don't know if they got married. I don't know. I don't even care. But this one, this female with brown eyes, got married to person number 3. Check Volvo. Look at the connection. Yeah. Have you also seen that, person number 3 and person number 4 have got children, right? Can you see the children? Can you see how the trees are dropping down? You see, it has got, they've got children, and the children are 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Have you seen? So the daughter from person 1 and person 2, the daughter number 4, married number 3. She fell in love with a man with a blue color in terms of eyes, and they produced 4 children. They produced 4 children, 9, 10, 11, 12. Have you seen that all of them are brown colored, right? Brown eye colored. 9 and 10 are female, right? The children. Okay? 11 and 12 are sons, right? They're also brown, right? Now, let me show you why I chose 4 to be homozygous with me, which means having 2 genes which are uniform. If person number 3 is unshaded, we have established he's blue, right? He's blue, which means that he has got the genes BB, right? I mean, small letters BB. If at all we're doing one B, let me just say he has got 2 genes which are recessive. Blue, blue, right? He has got blue, blue, right? Blue, 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 right? Blue, 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 right? He has got recessive blue, blue. Number 3, akwetenshi, blue, 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 blue. I'll be repeating. Akwetenshi, blue, 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 blue. Takwete red, eh? That's why I formulate blue. Sorry, takwete brown, yeah? That's why I formulate blue, right? He's got blue, blue. He doesn't have brown inside, right? He's homozygous. So, how come the children are coming out brown? All of them brown. How come? How come 9, 10, 11, 12, the children to number 3 and 4, all of them, they're coming out brown? It simply means to say 4 is homozygous, brown, brown. Yes. She has managed to manifest in her children. Okay? Because if 4 had blue inside, let's say 4 had brown and blue, that's why she's brown. Trust me, one of the children here, 9, 10, 11, 12, in fact, the 4th one was supposed to be blue. Okay, he was supposed to be unshaded. Number 12 was supposed to be unshaded. If truly 4 had some blue inside, if at all 4 was heterozygous, trust me, let's say if it had brown and blue inside, okay? The blue inside of it would have made a blue-eyed color child with the gene from number 3. Okay? So the fact that none of the children 9, 10, 11, 12 was blue or unshaded, it's a sign that 4 doesn't have any blue inside. Okay? She's got brown. Because if she had a blue inside, all right, if she had a blue inside, trust me, the fourth child, number 12, would have been blue. So this means to say she has managed to dominate everything. All right? She has managed to dominate everything. I think you've gotten my point. B2, which 3 persons in figure 5.1, F2 generation, which means second figure, are heterozygous. Let me talk about when they say F2 generation, what does it mean? When they say F2 generation, they mean second figure, which means second generation. What is the first generation? The first generation was the generation which was produced by 1 and 2. So the first generation is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is first generation. The second generation is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's the second generation. The first generation, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second generation, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this question, if you check very well, it is saying in the second generation, which means in the generation where we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which ones are heterozygous? Which means which ones have got brown and blue? Both. Which ones have got brown and blue? Both. Which ones? I'm not going to look at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No. I'll just have to look at what I've established already. Trust me, the parents 3 and 4 are giving birth to children 9, 10, 11, 12. And all of these are heterozygous. Yes, all of them. True. I'm telling you. All of them are heterozygous. They have got brown and blue inside. How do I know? How I know is that person number 3 is having blue. Person number 4 is having brown. Blue and brown are the only ones that can give birth to children 9, 10, 11, 12. Where brown is overshadowing everything. Where brown is dominant everywhere. Giving the color to the children 9, 10, 11, 12. So, trust me, if you were to do even the crossing, person 3 is blue. Person number 4 is brown. Try to do this. Blue, brown, and then you cross. You see. Okay? You see. The offspring will be brown, blue, brown, blue. So 9, 10, 11, 12, all of these are heterozygous. Number 1, I've stuck to the question. The question was saying F2, which means second generation. And have I explained to you how they are heterozygous? Yes, I've explained. Look at 3 and 4. 3, of course, is homozygous, blue. 4 is definitely homozygous, brown, because I've seen that it has influenced all the 4 children, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you check, you can even try on your try to do this blue, blue, brown, brown. Okay, you'll see the children that will come out. Just use weights like blue, blue, brown, brown. Just use weights, not even genes. Just use weights. You see what I'm talking about? It will show brown, blue. Number 1, brown, blue. Number 2, brown, blue, like that. So the answers, you can choose 9, 10, 11, even 12 itself. Next one, they are saying, I'll just paraphrase it. Next one, they're saying if person number 17 is homozygous, no, heterozygous, or no, but they are saying homozygous. If person number 17 is homozygous, which means if 17 is having genes of the same type, all right? If 17 is having the genes of the same type. Before we can continue, let's talk about this. Have you seen 17, right? Have you seen 17? 17 is circle, right? And it's shaded, right? Which means it's female, right? It's female, right? And it's brown, right? Female, brown, right? According to the key. Now they're saying if this one is homozygous, what exactly does that mean? They're saying if this one is brown, brown, that's what they mean. They simply mean if this one is brown, brown, that's what they mean. If this one is brown, brown. Because take it from me, look at this. 17 is brown for real because it's shaded, right? Now they're saying if it's homozygous, which means if it's uniform, which means if it's having brown, brown, all right? If it's having what? Brown, brown. So 17, if 17 is definitely brown, brown, according to this question. If they want you to assume 17 is brown, brown, right? If 17 is brown, brown, I'll be paraphrasing. What will be the chance, which means what will be the percentage, if at all this 17, which is homozygous, and it's brown, which means brown, brown, right? If at all this one was to have children with 16. 16 is what? 16 is blue, right? How do I know? It's unshaded, right? And since it's recessive, it's weak. 16 is blue, blue, right? You remember, right? Blue, blue, right? Otherwise, it would have been brown if it had any brownness in it. So 16 is definitely blue, blue, And then they are saying 17 is homozygous. And we can see that it's brown, right? So it's brown, brown, right? So in short, this is reproduction that will happen between 16 and 17. And 16 is blue, blue, right? 17 is, according to the question here, 17 should be what? Brown, brown, brown. So you can even do this. You can even make a genetic diagram. 16, blue, blue. 17, brown, brown. So it's like 3 and 4. Have you seen? It's like what? 3 and 4. You make yourself a genetic diagram. 16 blue, blue, right? 17 brown, brown. Don't use genes. Just use them away. Blue, blue, brown, brown. You realize that the children, all of them, they'll just be like 9, 10, 11, 12. They will be brown, blue, brown, blue, brown, blue. So the answer is 100%. All of them, they will be brown. All right? They will just be like 9, 10, 11, 12. Trust me. Because 16 is blue, blue. 17, they are saying is homozygous and it's shaded. So it's shaded. So it's brown, brown. Homozygous, brown, brown. So definitely the offspring, all of them, quite right, they will be heterozygous. They will be brown, blue, heterozygous, right? Brown, blue, heterozygous. Brown, blue, like that. Yes, that is exactly what they are going to be. So the answer is 100% chance. All of them will be brown. Next one, which happens to be the last one. Now they're saying if number 14, assume number 14 is heterozygous. Have you seen 14? 14 is a rectangle which is shaded, right? Which means it's a male brown, right? Now they're saying heterozygous. It means 14 has got brown, blue. He appears to be brown because brown is dominant. Otherwise, he has got blue inside. So I'm establishing things here. They're saying, imagine 14 is heterozygous, which means imagine 14 has got brown and blue inside. How do I know it's brown blue, not blue brown? It's because it's shaded, and shaded means brown, right? And then if it's heterozygous, then that's got some blue inside. Now they're saying, imagine these two were to have children. Imagine 13 and 14 were to have children. Imagine 13 and 14 were to have children. What will be the chance that they will be brown? They'll be brown. Let me explain. Have you realized that they have given us the genotype of 14th person, right? Because they're saying it's heterozygous. He is heterozygous. And since he's shaded, it means he's brown, blue, right? They have given us the genotype. If you check very well. So the problem is that I don't know 13. That's the problem. I don't know 13. All right? But don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't know the genotype of 13, so but I don't have to worry. Look at 7 and 8. 7 and 8 are the ones that are producing 13, 14, 15, 16. Check very well. Check 7 and 8. They are parents to children 13, 14, 15, 16. That's if you're willing to check. Have you realized that it's 7 and 8 which are giving birth to 13, 14, 15, 16? Now the question is, the children of 7 and 8, how many are they? There are 4, right? They're 13, 14, 15, 16. But have you seen that the 3 children, 13, 14, 15 are brown, right? They've got eyes that are brown. Synth is blue, right? The only parents, get this, the only parents that can give birth to children, 3 of them are brown and 1 of them is blue. are the parents which have which are heterozygous. So I'm trying to say even 7 and 8 are heterozygous. So which means I'm trying to say 7 has got brown and blue. If you want, you can make your genetic diagram. 7 has got brown and blue. 8 has got brown and blue. Okay, once you make your cross, you're going to your crossing, you're going to realize that 3 children will be brown, blue, brown, blue, brown, blue. Only the 4th one, which is the 16th one, will have blue, blue. Check very well. Yes, you can make your crossing. You do 7 and 8. 7 is brown, blue. I'm saying it's brown, blue. And 8 is brown, blue. They are both heterozygous. How do I know that? It's because parents which are heterozygous, which are both heterozygous, they give birth to 4 children, and one of them will be recessive, like 16. So 13, 14, 15, they are brown, blue, brown, blue, brown, blue. So this means even 13 is heterozygous. They didn't tell me what 13 was, but I've seen that among the children 13, 14, 15, 16, which are coming from 7 and 8, I've come to realize that one of them is blue. It's a sign that the parents 7 and 8 were heterozygous. They were brown, blue, brown, blue. So if you were to cross them, brown, blue, the parents 7 and 8, you realize that they are going to give birth to 3 children which are brown, blue, brown, blue, brown, blue. And the last one will be blue, blue, just like 16. All right. So even 13th person, it's brown, blue. So she's also heterozygous, which means 13 and 14, we get back to the question, 13 and 14, 13 and 14, 13 and 14, they are also heterozygous. 13 is brown, blue, and in the question they have told us to say 14 is heterozygous. Even if they were not going to tell us, 7 and 8, check very well. The children they are producing, 3 are brown, 1 is blue. It means 7 and 8 are brown, blue, brown, blue. For real, it's only heterozygous parents that can produce 3 children that are alike, and 4th one is different. So even if they were not going to tell me what 14th person was, the genotype, I wouldn't have cared. Why? Because I would have seen 16th child, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now the 16th child is blue. The rest, 13, 14, 15, the rest of the children from 7 and 8. Remember, 17 is not among the children. She's just getting married to 16. She's outside of the family. Check very well. So I'm trying to say, even if they were not to tell me what 7 and 8 were, even if they were not to tell me what 14th, the genotype of 14th person was, I would have just seen that, okay, 15, 16, 17, 18 are children. 16th is blue. It's a sign that the parents 7 and 8 were heterozygous. So after doing the crossing between 7 and 8, brown, blue, I would have gotten the children brown, blue, and the 4th one being blue. So I would have known that 14th is also heterozygous, brown, blue. So the crossing was between 13 and 14, right? The question they want us to do 13 and 14, and we've gathered information. 14, 13, they're both heterozygous. They're brown, blue. So do your crossing, brown, blue. You're going to realize that the children will be brown, right? Brown, blue, There'll be brown, 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 blue, brown, blue. All right. So actually there will be three children. Three children will be brown. Blue will be the fourth one, just like the parents. Yes, doing 13 and 14, it will be brown, blue, brown, blue, brown, blue. So you do your crossing. Yeah, three children will be brown. The fourth one will be blue. So here, the chance will be 75%. Yes, 75%. 75%. Yes. 75%. How do I know? Because if at all we have three children that are brown and the fourth one is blue, it's a sign that actually you can even do the calculation. You can even do the calculation yourself. 75%. Yes.